Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Neva. So today I just want to share with you a tip. A lot of times you all ask me like, how do I balance everything? Like as far as, you know, I'm a wife and a mom and just having a business. How do I get everything done? And one of the things is that I don't do everything. So what I wanted to like share with you here is that I order groceries and that gives me a couple hours. And here, of course, I need to tell you about all the envelopes on the floor because I was busy doing all my marketing, and Brooklyn, our youngest daughter, decided to put all my envelopes on the floor, so that is why there's that mess there. But back to what I'm saying is that you have to create more hours in your day. And so one of the things is while I was busy doing my marketing, that the shopper was out getting all my groceries. So what I use is Wegmans Instacart, and you know, I go online, I order everything, and then you know, I get a text from her and everything when she starts to pick up the items and everything, and then she goes out, you know, she shops, she picks up the items for me, and the groceries are delivered the same day. This particular day, this is actually a late delivery because this was actually Thanksgiving week, like that Monday or Tuesday of Thanksgiving, so you know they were really busy. So my order, I ordered late because I was so busy that day, and she's delivering like 9 o'clock at night, so we were like so happy. So I was just happy to, you know, to get in on the schedule that day. But it's such a convenience, and it gives me, you know, I get to, that basically creates a couple more hours in my day as opposed to me going to the grocery store with the kids, and just, you know, it takes me a couple hours when I go to the grocery store because I have to read and make sure everything is dairy free, and it just takes me a long time when I go to the grocery store. So that's my tip, is try to find activities that you do and get someone else to do them.
Okay, hey guys, so my next stop today, I'm just stopping by my friend that sells Mary Kay because I need to come over here and update my makeup and get myself looking proper for 2018. So I'm just over her house now, so she's laid out different things. Let me see how I could get everything. Here we go. Say hi, Heather.
Hi.
Hey, there's Heather. She's also Jamaican, so you know we love her in a special way. Oh, let me see how I can change it. Rachel, because she thinks she needs a lipstick.
You've been with me for a long time.
Can you look?
Oh, you know, it's good. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it instead.
So I'm just gonna go through here and try some different samples because I feel like in the winter time I need a lighter shade. Here comes, I feel like in the winter time I need a lighter shade, and then summertime again I need a little darker shade because I guess like my skin tone changes with the sun. So just showing you guys what I'm up to today. So today I'm answering the question. I think it was one of the pre-existing videos I was talking about helping people in pre-foreclosure, that I help them provide resources and tools if they want to stay in the house. And so a couple people sent me emails and also questioned under the video, if I help them stay in the house, how am I compensated? So I wanted to come in and answer that question and make it clear that if I help a homeowner, or in cases where I help a homeowner to stay in their house and avoid foreclosure, that I am not compensated. The homeowner doesn't actually pay me anything financially, okay? And of course, and people like, then what is the point? Why are you, why would I spend my time and resources helping someone stay in the house then? So I what I would say the benefit to me in compensation eventually is that they'll refer me. I'll ask them for referrals, because after I help someone to keep their home, they're very happy with my services, and I'll ask them, hey, there's probably a friend, a co-worker, a family member that may be looking to buy, sell a house. Please refer me, right? And so that's how I will be compensated, in that, I'll help maybe a family member or a friend of theirs that they refer me to sell their house. Also, I would say as well that what I always tell people doing like a stressful financial time when you're down, that situation it's not a forever situation. Sometimes people are unemployed, and that's why they're in pre-foreclosure. But here's the thing, they are not always going to be unemployed. If they're educated, they have great work experience, they're going to eventually get another job. Sometimes what they need is just more time to catch up and get themselves in a better place financially. So sometimes the reason I mention that is the way I'm compensated is I can help them, save that home, but eventually when things get better, I just had a client, I had helped her before stop a foreclosure, but hey, it was time now for her to, she wanted a new house. So I just represented her and helped her find, a new house. So, in that transaction, I was compensated as her realtor. So also I also want to mention in that real estate, or in any type of entrepreneurship venture that you may be interested in or start or pursue, you have to change the way that you think about money or you look at money, because it's not the same as when you have a job, you go in, you're gonna get a check in 2 or 3 weeks. It's not the same. You have to look at it as building. Every time you make a contact, that you're building and building and building and building. So when I help someone to save their home, I may not get paid in that exact transaction at that exact time that the foreclosure is stopped, but eventually if they refer me to someone, if when they're ready to sell their home, or or they're ready to buy a new home, it may be years, it may be 2 years, 3 years, then I will be compensated. So you're always building. When you make a contact, you're building and building and building. There's no way that you can be successful as an entrepreneur if you're just always looking for like a one-shot thing, because that's not sustainable. You want something that you build and build and build your brand, your reputation, and things like that, so that people will refer you or think of you in that area as a specialist for numerous reasons. Because like I said, when I help someone to stop foreclosure, I mean, people are like in tears. They're so happy. They're like, Neva, I called other people, they told me it was too late, there was nothing that I could do, why didn't I call before? And so when they get that notice that the foreclosure stopped, I mean, they start crying. I mean, I've had people pray over me like they were like so, that's how they thank me. They were like, I just want to pray for you. So you want to build and build. And the reason I mentioned that is that is also building trust in my brand, and that there's 10 or 1,000 realtors in the world, but when I help them in a situation where maybe they've tried to contact other realtors and those realtors were not able to help them, then 9 times out of 10, when they're ready to refer, when they need to refer if someone's asking them for a realtor, or when they need a realtor again next time, they're going to be much more likely to come back to me for repeat business, because we had success the last time. So you have to think of it as building and building and building. So I just want to stress that and let you guys understand, like, the reason that I do it is that, eventually the compensation will come, and it just knowing to help somebody in that type of stressful situation, I can't even explain to you. I mean, I get happy and overjoyed every time that it happens, because, you know, people that are in pre-foreclosure, there is usually something, I wouldn't even say usually, there's always something way bigger than the foreclosure going on. There's divorce going on, there's death in the family, there's some type of terminal illness. And, you know, even with insurance, I can tell you how many times I've been into, you know, families' houses where someone has had cancer and they've had insurance, but a lot of the treatment wasn't covered, and they've emptied out every savings, 401k. You know, I've been in homes where, you know, the child had cancer. You have to think, would you empty out your account in your retirement to make sure your daughter, you know, got as much cancer treatment as she could just because, you know, insurance didn't cover it? And then, so at that point, you know, the mortgage is at the bottom. They're like, we'll find some place to live. We just need the child to be alive. So those are the type of situations where, you know, I'm helping people. So you have to think, you know, I'm also happy to be able to provide the service, because, man, you know, you always have to remember that whatever you do in life comes back. You know, I've had strangers help me when I've been down, and so anything you do comes back to you in life. It comes back to you, it comes back to your kids. So, you know, don't always just think, you know, if you have a solution or you can help someone, and just because they can't pay you directly right now, you choose not to help them. You know, don't do that. Don't, you know, you always have to think, you build and build and build. You know, you may not get compensation today, but you'll eventually get it, okay? So that's my tip for you today, and I will see you next video. Bye bye.